Hi. Hello. Thank you for the like. Hey, Kylie. I'm glad you caught me this time. I'm excited. I'm just getting my cards organized, but once I do that, I'm down to start doing some live readings. Yes, long time no see. I've been gone for, I think, a few weeks now. A lot's been going on. I'm excited to share with the channel. And I will be sharing with the channel really soon, but I don't want to jinx the news. It's big news, but once everything is happened, I'm going to post a really big vlog on the channel about some really big life updates. But a lot's been going on, and something big that's happened is we've been doing some cleaning. So, yeah, thought I would go live, see if anyone wants to do some readings with me. Yeah. Nice. Thank you. Yes, definitely good things. Maybe not necessarily all good things, but the big news is mostly good. There's been stresses and stuff like that, and some health issues that have been sort of hurting a lot. You might see I have some Cheetos in the corner. We're splurging on some chips today. And slash one other day, like a few days ago. But yeah, it's mostly good things. I know I'm very mysterious, but I promise in less than 2 months, I will upload a vlog on what the big news is and what's been going on. Did you want to hang out in the live stream?
Whoa. That sounds like fun.
Okay. Aw. Yeah, thank you. And yeah, I'm glad that there's some good news in the mix of everything going on.
Me too.
Mm-hmm. This is one of my lovely subscribers, Kylie Bauer.
Hi, Kylie.
Mm-hmm. She's shown up on, I think, the live streams a number of times. I think starting in like 2020.
Whoa.
Yeah. I'm just randomly guessing the year. Yeah.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm. Or 2019. I don't know. I've been doing YouTube for a long time now. Like 2018 felt like just yesterday.
Hi, Michael.
Yes. My boyfriend Michael. Wow. 4 years. Yeah. Well, let's see. I started January of 20 before COVID at least. Yeah, definitely at least before then. Yeah. I think it was before then. Yeah. Like in 2019. Well, let's see. January of 2018 is like when I started. And then January of 2019, January 2020, January 2021. Wait. Started in 2018. This is so confusing to me. A whole year goes by and it's 2019. Another year goes by and it's 2020. Yeah, 4 years, I'm pretty sure. I think it's been 4 full years, and then, yeah, after this year is over, I'll have been on YouTube for a 5th year. Wow.
It's really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kylie, if you want to get a reading, I'm happy to. I'm hoping to get a few donations by the end of tonight's live stream. But as a announcement, I don't know, to anyone who shows up, these readings are free and donation based. I have donation links down below. For whatever reason, I can't access my Venmo account, so I'm gonna have to remove that donation link. But yeah, crazy. Doesn't seem like that long, right? It feels like I only started this a couple years at most, but it's been 4 whole years. And I'm glad you said that. I'm really excited. So I'm going to keep organizing these cards. Just let me know what you would like a reading on. I've sort of noticed that these live streams go really well just simply from the very first reading. I don't know. So this already feels like a really successful live stream to me. I'm a bit nervous, but at the same time, optimistic. Is this all one deck?
Wow.
I love Mystic Moon. I was gonna watch her live stream today, or live chat video, but I was off by 1 hour. I got the time zone wrong, but oh well. Just some advice for my current relationship with my boyfriend. Okay, let's do it. Wow, I have more to organize than I thought. There's a lot of these cards. So I definitely want to use this deck. It's one of my favorite decks. Funny enough, gifted to me by my friend Angela, Mystic Moon. I was literally just thinking about her as I'm like, oh wait, that's because her deck is the one I was sorting through. But it's funny that this deck was also intertwined with this deck. So, yeah. All right, so this is the second time I've seen this Dark Night of the Soul. I hope this reading resonates with you. Lately, I've been a little anxious that my messages aren't coming through super clear, simply because like it's all just kind of guessing. Like I'm just interpreting and reading the energy that I get from the cards without knowing. So like confirmation from the person I give the reading to means a lot to me. So just let me know if it resonates. Here I've got a soy milk chai drink. It's so good. I can tell it's right here. I can tell it's mostly sugar, to be honest, but it's so good. Oh, and it's vanilla chai and green tea. It's actually delicious. Yeah. Okay. Let's combine this reading or this deck. current relationship with Kylie's boyfriend. With Kylie and her boyfriend. Some advice for it. We get the Ten of Swords, casualty, unsavory action, distress. So maybe the advice coming through. Oat milk. Oh, I think oat milk is my favorite too. It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
And there's some brands that, like, there's a brand called Not Milk, which is like, I don't even know. They combine like scientifically a bunch of different things of like specific fruits and things that happen to taste like milk. Like, turns out some like slight percentage of pineapple juice mixed with some of like the other stuff or whatever as the ingredients, like it's like natural ingredients, combine and give the sort of taste of milk. It was pretty genius. We got weird comments from people at the stores like, what? We're like, don't bash it until you try it. But yeah, that I really liked. Not milk. That was a cool drink. Oh, but before I flip this card, so I got the Ten of Swords, and the advice kind of coming through is like maybe some sort of need to acknowledge that some things, that some cycles that have kept happening, that they're over now, that like now that you know what they are, right? Thank you. Kylie says, I try it. Yeah. But yeah, maybe certain cycles that kept happening that were just like, that always just ultimately, like logically, when you think about it, just make you kind of think and realize like, this just hurts me. This just is wrong. Like, I didn't do anything. You know, if you know the story of Medusa, she was actually a victim, turned into Medusa, turned into the monster. Not by choice and not by her fault. Pretty much like a crime happened to her, and then she got punished for being assaulted and then turned into like a snake monster. But anyways, that I really like the symbolism of this card being Medusa. So it's something along those lines. It's like you realize that like in reality, it's just like harmful things happen to you maybe from conflict or just whatever from this relationship. And yet there always seems to be like this back and forth conflict when the reality is that you sort of didn't do anything wrong, yet you're the one being like treated with this sword here, like, you know, like Medusa was, type of an energy. So like, and the card says casualty, distress, unsavory action. So it's like maybe you lashed out after that point like Medusa would, but ultimately it wasn't really your fault. So there's some sort of like the advice coming through, some sort of acknowledgement of that type of energy, that burdensome energy. You know, the Ten of Swords is about something that's over with. And like traditionally on like the Rider-Waite Tarot, it's like someone who has like these 10 swords in their back. So it's like all these different events have happened that all just hurt you to the point where you can't do it anymore. So that's coming through. And maybe black hole reversed is what I'm getting. So yeah, this energy that just brings you down, an acknowledgement that like some things that have been going on maybe just brought you down. This might not even have to do with your boyfriend. Maybe there's this like life circumstances that like bring you to this place, and like maybe this isn't like more heavy than you were like looking for with the advice. So if it doesn't resonate, that's okay. Just from the cards I'm getting, that's like the message coming through as advice, like some sort of need to acknowledge this, like these heavy energies of like wrongdoings that have happened to you, or happened to your relationship. If it's like, if you and your boyfriend are like are good, but like other people are wrongdoing you both as like a relationship. It just depends on whoever this sword wronging you, Medusa, represents to you. So the advice for your relationship is to kind of focus on that. Focus on the issue that's actually causing harm to maybe both you and your relationship, um, instead of misdirecting it elsewhere. This energy, something that like is old residual energy now, this black hole reversed, that like doesn't serve you anymore, like old energy that's clearing away from your reality because you're stepping into your new reality, transformation, rebirth. That's a bit of a Instagram message I heard the other day combined with these cards. There's been so much that has happened lately that keeps bringing me down, causing conflict. Wow. Whoa. We get the 10 of Earth. This says Circinus Crux. Perfection, completion, continuity. So the advice is to keep going. That's always a personal choice. You never have to listen to anyone about what you should or should not do. I'd say other than yourself, or like if it feels like you're down to like if it's like someone gives advice or whatever and you like agree with it, even then it's still like of course your choice. But the advice I'm getting with the continuity card is to continue to keep going despite the hard times, despite the things that have been dragging you down a little bit, or trying to, I should say. These things are trying to bring you down, but they're not gonna, because you're awesome. So let's get a little bit more advice on this. Maybe a few more cards from this deck, and then I'll draw some oracle cards as well. We get Supernova, and we get the Six of Swords. Whoa. And we also get the Star, which is like a message to have hope. And I want to grab these ones as well. We get the Fool, Sagittarius, as well as the Moon card. Yeah, but it's the Oracle Moon card, not the Tarot card. But, both of those cards are the Moon, of course. So let's see. Supernova says outburst, explosion, surprise. Six of Swords, identity, essential nature, and awareness. So this is like letting you know that maybe you're feeling sort of intense energy, feeling maybe crazy, or feeling like whatever, and this world judges us harshly for like lashing out, causing conflict, as you said. Maybe when that happens, we don't feel like we're the most rational beings. But I'm getting through that outburst of energy comes actually self-identity, self-awareness, self-reflection. And ultimately, you can reflect on your actions and see who you really are and where you're actually coming from. It's just like this world, you can't conform and like be forced to fit in, because there is no one singular mold for how humans should be. So it's like you look in the reflection and you're like, I don't even feel like a person. I feel like a bear. Like this human world and these human constructs, it's hard for me to relate to because it feels like that's not me. I feel more like spirit and like deeper than that or whatever. Like, you feel like you're a very deep soul, and that like you can't just be forced to fit in. So like the way you lash out, it maybe reminds you of like how a bear would get really protective. If you've ever watched the movie Brother Bear, the humans misinterpret this bear's actions as like evil and malicious, but then later when the main character gets turned into a bear, he learns that it was this baby cub's mother bear protecting her baby, and that's why she was so ferocious and protective. So it's like maybe this pain that's happening, causing conflict within you, or some energy within you that causes you to like lash out and cause conflict of sorts, it's like maybe from a protective nature, you're trying to keep yourself safe, for one example. I'm glad you know that movie. I love that movie too. It's so good. So yeah, I think you know what I'm talking about. So I'm getting like that your advice is to let you know that like because this person like kind of like reflecting. It's hard to see in my camera, but they're like looking really down, and they like it looks like they're feeling like ashamed of who they are or their actions. But then as they reflect, they realize that like that their actions are still coming from somewhere deeper, more like bigger and more wise and like full of the universe. Like, so this is like advice not to judge yourself so harshly, especially when reflecting, to see your inner beauty. The Fool, Sagittarius, we get travel, culture, philosophy, and adventure. And then the Moon and the Star, Gemini, stimulation, interaction, and communication. Secrets, mystery, and cycles. So maybe this is going to be a really direct message, but like literally maybe getting some time out in nature, spending time with your partner out in nature, out in like interacting in places that stimulate like telepathy, so to speak, that stimulate like the moon's energy, intuition, psychic like connection, a way to connect with each other by going on some sort of adventure together, traveling somewhere perhaps unknown, out on like a nature walk, or like watching something together, trying a new experience together, trying a new way of communicating together is also the advice. Like maybe trying to start something new and go on a brand new journey together. Like really hit that reset button. Like the way things have been going, maybe it's important to have that conversation of acknowledging like this can't go on any longer. So maybe when you do some reflective work, you'll see where it's coming from, not only from you, but very likely from the outer world. Where in the outer world are you being triggered? And it's like, yes, you can acknowledge how like you should handle things better perhaps, which is where growth for the self can come in, but also how you're totally valid to feel that way, and how the things that have been happening that trigger you just simply should not be happening. So I'm thinking this is like a conversation perhaps with your partner, that certain cycles and way old narratives that keep repeating between the two of you, where you're viewed a certain way perhaps and treated a certain way, or a certain outcome always happens where it's now up to you to fix it, even though you are Medusa, the one who is wronged. So it shouldn't be your job to fix the person wronging you. You know, there's that kind of conversation perhaps needing to happen in a more like stimulating, light-hearted Gemini energy, like positive way, like a way of like trying to continue and make it work, rather than like this is so bad we can't do this, like this isn't working. It's like build up instead of tear down. And as you can build up, you can communicate what needs to be brought down. Does it need to be the relationship completely, or old narratives that are actually just in the way, and that the relationship itself could remain intact? That's if you want to keep going, of course, with this relationship. And again, I'm not sure, like maybe it's not your partner that's what's bringing you down. Maybe it's like other things. Those other things, then in that case, communicating with your partner what those things are, and expressing like clearly where it comes from, and opening up about maybe trauma and things like that. That could be the advice coming through. But ultimately, this is like a positive thing is how I see these cards. So I hope that resonated. I hope that's resonating. We'll go ahead and flip some oracle messages for advice for your current relationship. I just think this is important. Communicating like things we've been through and things like that. We're definitely trying to break old habits from past relationships. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, boredom. Old habits from past relationships. Boredom. That's very interesting. And visualizations comes back. Yeah. I think when you see those old habits, both of you, resurface, it's like you're so done with it, like with the Ten of Swords, like it's really just in the past. And maybe that part of you that you obviously still remember that your past feels like it pulls you down a bit. Just know that you're phasing or shifting out of that energy. Try to remain hopeful about your visualizations. Get clearer with what you are going for and what you want. And try to have hope and have conversations about hope. And that's the advice that's like coming through with these oracle messages. Let's see. Happiness. Hope and happiness. Yeah. Like maybe do some visualization and meditations about manifesting what you want, manifesting happiness, not letting the past stop you from it. And maybe triggers will come up, but I think you're stronger sometimes than we realize at times, and that you can overcome those moments and those obstacles. And I think both of you can. Hi, Seashell Case. Hello. I'm doing all right. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, I hope that was helpful, Kylie. Yes, let me know your question, Seashell Case. Oh, you're welcome, Kylie. And yeah, I see seeing the bigger picture, seeing the big picture and gaining perspective. So yeah, maybe there's more going on. The picture is much bigger than where you currently are. Whatever things are weighing down on you or dragging you down a little bit is only one very small part of your journey. And the happy moments are honestly much bigger, even though sometimes we feel like they're not, because it feels like sometimes it's like a very fleeting feeling, happiness. Like those good moments that happen, they almost feel overshadowed by bad moments. But honestly, like the happiness and the true love and everything, it's much, much bigger than these shadowy energies that try to appear much bigger than they really are. Yeah. I'd like to know some insight about the relationship with my daughter. She's a toddler but very emotional. How will we be as she ages? Whoa. So, I think relationships with children are very karmic. They're absolutely karmic because children literally look up to us as role models, as guidelines for the way the world is. They, in a sense, have fresh eyes and really don't know what's going on and sort of deserve that benefit of the doubt. Whereas we, older adults and whatnot, we're the ones who basically should know better. So when any conflict ever happens or stress between a older human and a younger human dynamic goes on, that is basically karma at play. Because they can trigger us so much because there's so much they could do to affect us that they have no idea that they're affecting us, and we feel like they should, but also how would they know? Especially like someone who just entered the world, like a baby or a toddler, and so forth. I even experienced this with people who are even just a year younger than me. So there's going to be a lot of karma at play. So I think the relationship may be a reflection of your journey. And of course, like your daughter is also very much so her own person. So it'll also have to do with her and life. But yeah, definitely like how you see things, how you react to things, and so forth are going to end up being blueprints to how your daughter will know how to handle things in life. So they're sort of a reflection of this world and the people around them. So yeah, I think if you are pretty much just doing the best you can, like, and you're genuine and you practice kind of like healthy communication styles and ways of living and so forth, that will basically reflect and they will sort of mimic that. Whoa. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
I don't know what that was.
Me neither.
But that was cool. I don't know if you saw that on the screen, but there was like this. I mean, it could have been like dust or whatever, but like I didn't see it like in person.
Yeah.
So weird. Pretty cool though. But yeah, so let's see. How will how will your relationship be as she ages? So we've got pulsar, comfort, stability, and regularity. So I feel like you're trying to harness a safe, happy environment. So I think your relationship may turn out safe and happy, comfortable, stable, safe. So that's what I'm getting. Yeah. I feel like all of that stuff I was saying is stuff that you know very well and that you wish that your parents understood, but for whatever reason they don't, because a lot of parents out there, not all parents per se, but a lot out there don't seem to get what it's all about, which is about providing love and stability and wanting to actually like provide and like create like world peace for their family and stuff. So I feel like you really get that. Supernova, outburst, explosion, surprise. And I think like things are going to transform and change over time. The Phoenix, yeah, transformation, reinvention, and legacy. So it's like I feel like as she ages, she's going to keep growing, of course, and transforming more and more into a whole new person through any outbursts or stressful times. So I feel like this is a really important time, obviously, in her life, as is any time. We get Neptune sort of reversed, intuition, foresight, and awareness. So I think there's just plenty in the future that you can't possibly predict. I feel like you're going to do the best you can do and try to like rise up from difficult situations, but there's just going to be events that you just couldn't see coming. That's not your fault per se. Um, and that when it comes up, you'll like have the wisdom and intuition to handle it, to heal and to work through it. So I feel like there's a good chance that your relationship that you can work through whatever obstacles may come your way. It's dependent on the self-work you do as well as the journey that your daughter goes through, and how life plays out. But overall, the current energy for where things can go, it looks quite positive. I think there's going to be plenty of surprises in there, but I think those surprises are for the best. This Phoenix card, the World card, and that like if you support your daughter's energy and her way of expression and help like encourage her to grow, but not like in like a forced way, but in like a literally just like happy to have her sort of a way. I think like, you know, children are incredible and they can often grow and evolve into so much more than we could ever predict or imagine. So things could turn out even better than you could ever predict. So I think like whatever like interests and hobbies that like she gets into, that like supporting them sounds like a good idea. Things like that. Um, because I think kids really appreciate that when they have parents who really support them and their journey, and then they actually want to kind of confide in you and like keep a relationship with you. Yeah, and things like that. But obviously everyone's their own person, so like, you know, like at the end of the day people are free to do what they want as they grow. But I don't know, it looks optimistic to me. I feel like things could go really well between you and your daughter. So I hope that was a good reading for you, Seashell Case. That's just what I got from the cards. But yeah.
Good advice.
Thanks. Okay. Thanks. Maybe just a little bit. Aww. Thank you. I appreciate hearing that. I wasn't sure, so I'm glad. Whoa, I'm glad. Yes, and that's funny. I got the Neptune card, the card of intuition, and then you got a download at the end there. So I think that's really synchronistic. I'm glad to hear that. Into the same thing for a second. Relatable. Yes. It's time for a new wave of parenthood. Actual parenting. What a concept. It's my friend Adrian. Just had a kid recently, and like, yeah, just so much better. And my friend Kirsten, just like, it's really nice to see actual mothers or parents. Uh, so yeah, it's been nice. But yeah, I'm really glad that this reading helped with the timing of things and brought some sort of a download for you. Takes skill. The parenting, yeah, absolutely. I mean, not that like, I guess I can relate in terms of like taking care of others or trying to, at least just like that care. Um, but yeah, skill, patience. Yeah, it's absolutely incredible. I've learned not everyone can do it. We have some really, yeah, some painful personal experiences that have shown us that not everyone has the skill and patience. Yeah.
The worst.
So it's really admirable seeing people out there that get it. Yeah. But yeah. It looks like the energy is a little bit low tonight. So, which I think works for me because I'm honestly a little tired now. So I might call it a night early. Hopefully, I'll come back and do live readings again really soon. And yeah, I guess we'll see where we're all at there. Hopefully, I catch more people at a good time. But yeah, Kylie, Seashell Case, thank you both so much for participating with me tonight. Gave me an actual audience where I could actually do some readings with. So that's very much appreciated. And we might do more cleaning, I'm not sure. But as we keep working on this, I'm sure more space will clear up and it'll be easier for me to keep doing readings on this channel. So yeah. Stay tuned, everybody, for updates. I very much want to talk about what my updates are, but again, I don't want to jinx it, so it's probably best if I give it some more time. But yeah. Hi. Hi, Shiv Unplugged. I'm just about to head out. Unfortunately, my energy is a little bit low. But thank you for tuning in. This idea crossed my mind that I can start letting the channel know that I'm thinking about getting to a point where I can do giveaways again. But that's probably not for a while in the future. But yeah, to know what the cards say about my healing. Sure. I think this might end up being my last reading for the night. I mean, if I get a big influx of people who want to do readings, I'd be happy to help and do some readings. But either way, we'll see. We'll see what happens. So, about your healing, Justice card, that things will turn out fair, turn out right for you. You have the Social Justice card, Radical Effort, Rebellion, Aquarius. Those are the keywords at the bottom of this card. So definitely air energy, as the Justice card suggests. So you've got the right thinking, the right approach. You're weighing out your decisions. Hi, Effie. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hello. How's everything? We are still live. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. I was actually just about to head out. And then you and another person showed up just recently. So, yeah. This is my boyfriend, Michael. I believe you might have met Effie in the past.
I feel like it, yeah.
Yeah. The Tower card, Shiv Unplugged, as well as the Strength card. So you got all major arcana. So yeah, you've got the right thinking, Shiv Unplugged, and some major things are happening. Twist of fate, the mercy of a greater power. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, I'm sure you guys have met because you've been on the live a few times. Emotional stability, endurance, and resolve. The tower has been stalking today. Wow, that's synchronistic. So yeah, these are the cards that come through. So you've got the right thinking, and it's going to bring you towards these major shifts that happen from the outer world that get brought to you, like as news perhaps, and that it's going to either provide you or it's going to require that you have a lot of endurance and resolve and emotional strength through your healing. I think it's going to bring you healing, though. That's how I'm seeing the cards playing out. So I think some major changes that just happen, news that gets brought to you at the perfect time, is going to provide you some encouragement to endure just a little longer, like, to keep going. I literally got some tower energy news earlier today that kind of like gave us encouragement to like keep going. Or was that yesterday? That was yesterday. Yeah. Felt like today. But yeah. So it's like, it's important to like, oh man, exhausted. Yeah. The strength card often represents that. Like you're showing great strength by enduring and having all that endurance and emotional strength. So this is kind of like a message of like, whew, kind of keep going. Also just know that like when you need to rest, when it happens, like, and you feel like you're missing out, maybe it turns out you're not. Maybe you're right on time and that you just deserve a break whenever you need a break. Outside of what these human cycles and clockworks are all about, Wow. Hi, Dina. Or Deanna. Deanna Winchester. Definitely tower energy. So yeah, I'm getting like some messages for you. Keep going. It's worth it. This is positive. You're getting where you want to go and need to go. And justice is on your side. Things will turn out right for you. Justice, is on your side. Justice really is in your favor. So do what you think is right. Pushing through, keeping the faith. Yes. Mm-hmm. It's incredible. I'm glad those were good messages for you. Hi, Christina A. Thank you, Effie. I think so. I think we've been good. Of course, Shiv. Unplugged. Wrong about my choice to be a lawyer. Okay. And if anyone is in a good place where they would like to donate, I have donation links below. Just let me know if you donated. I love giving a shout out, like a thank you live. And it would mean a lot to me if anyone out there is able and wanting to. How have you been doing, Effie? I don't think I've seen any posts on Instagram lately. I've very on and off with my social media for the last 3 years or something. But yeah. Hi, Blue Butterfly. Yes, I think you got a reading recently and told me that you have triplets on the way. So, yeah. Congratulations. Woo. So let's see. Christina, what specific changes are coming in between Ivan and me for the next 3 months? We get the Seven of Swords reversed. Maybe communicating is coming in over the next 3 months. Open communication for once is what I'm hearing. The Justice card is sort of showed up reversed for me, but I could just be holding these cards the wrong way. So yeah, maybe there hasn't been as much communication lately and that doesn't feel right for you and you want to connect more because you feel very very sure about the connection. And maybe a lot will be going on over the next 3 months energetically, like a huge shedding of old energy, of old narratives may be happening. So maybe over the next 3 months, you'll both be keeping the faith while going through some major transformations. Right, this communication with me has been off. I'm not sure. I think I might have. I'm not sure when that last live was. I think I did because I remember I might have headed out, and after the live stream, I checked my PayPal and I saw it. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I wanted to thank, I think you and whoever else. That just happens a lot. So I'm not sure if that was the last time. But yeah, we're both ready for the new together. Wow. So yeah, the Fool, literally about new energy, going on an adventure together. So yeah, maybe over the next 3 months, communication will be opening up as you both sort of, specifically him, maybe sheds some old beliefs and energy that no longer serves. I don't know quite exactly what it would be about, just the past and mostly what the world wants versus who he actually is, determining, is this what I want or is this what society wants, and clearing that energy. Do I see when he will finally open up to you? Queen of Wands, Cassiopeia, self-worth, vanity, pride. I think the message there is like both earth signs, so makes sense. Wow. Yeah, the self-worth card is kind of coming through as the Queen of Wands, which is like have that confidence to like protect like the energy where you're like, I still want this to work, but also have that power of like kind of expressing like, but here's what I'm worth. Like, I need open communication. So I feel like it'll kind of also have to do with how you communicate and kind of like knowing that you deserve open communication now. And yes, it's good to be patient, but you do deserve things in the now moment, not just later. So I feel like in terms of when, it may have to do with your energy as well. I feel like just depending on how, just depends on the pace between you and your partner. So yeah. Whoa. Ah, thank you for the donation. I believe this is from Shiv Unplugged. Wow. What? Thank you. I just got a donation of $20, so I really appreciate that. Wow. I understand that. Have been patient with them. So let's get like an advice card for you, Christina. Aw. Yes, let YouTube know. I'm trying to grow. I'm hoping that I can, I don't know, make it to like 3,000 subscribers. And I might do like some sort of like live reading giveaway. I mean, every time I go live, I already do. I already do free readings, but I'll have to come up with something. Okay. So the advice is 9 of Cups. Yeah, that you deserve like to have fun. You deserve your dreams come true. So I think the advice coming through, Christina, is just knowing that your wishes are coming true. So I think like the patience will pay off because either he'll figure his things out, or your self-worth will tell you that like you gotta go because like you deserve the absolute best. So I feel like you'll do what is right and just remember that you deserve good things. And yeah, I hope that resonates. I hope that was a good final message for you, Christina. Deanna, let's do your reading right now. And then after you, we will be doing Blue Butterfly. Oh, we thought twins, but nope, triplets. Okay. Yeah, twins sounds more like what I remembered, but I was like, it could have been triplets. Aw, Effie, thank you. I hope, Effie, would you like to be a moderator? Just let me know. I won't ever force that on someone, so just let me know if you want like the blue label. And I would be honored to do that. Yeah. Cause yeah, you've always been really helpful and supportive on these live streams. Yee, good to know. Here you go. Awesome. You're welcome, Christina. All right, Deanna, my question is whether I was wrong about my choice to be a lawyer. So, hold on. So it's always up to you, completely up to you, and what you want versus what you think you want. Sometimes are an important part of the journey to go through because you'll reach that conclusion eventually. And it's never too late to change your mind. It's never too late to go a different direction. So yeah, those are just a few things. Let's see. Were you wrong to about your choice to be a lawyer? We get the Page of Cups, Columba, I don't know, message of peace, hope, and optimism. I feel like you are being called to go that path for some reason, just for yourself, or you might be resonating with that you're feeling called to go somewhere else. It's up to you. Like, do you feel a calling that something is drawing you to go that way, no matter what type of a thing? Available Tuesday, Wednesday. Whoa, a schedule? What is happening? What? This is crazy. Dinner with the enemy. And she made some really good smelling macaroni. Anyways, we also get the Eight of Earth, Eight of Pentacles. Know your work days off. Lol. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I meant by schedule, but I just think that I'm too. No, absolutely not, Deanna. You are incredible and you can do whatever you want to do. I think this world too often makes people feel like they're not good enough, not smart enough, not pretty enough, not talented enough, whatever it is. And it's all illusions and fears pushed onto us by judgmental society. And that's not our fault. So I think you absolutely can do it. And maybe it's just the right direction. Maybe you strive to be a lawyer, but you end up like, I don't know, being a detective. Bad example, I guess, maybe. But like, my point is, like, you could end up somewhere else where you're still helping people or like still fighting for justice. You know what I mean? It's like you're probably feeling called to do that because you want to help defend people um, who need help, who need legal representation. So maybe you'll become like an advisor, for example, or something like that, you know? I think it's a good direction for you because you probably want to help people. Yeah. And we get the Sun card, positive, intensity, passion, fearless initiative. So I think if this signals to me you've got a lot of passion for it, or your part of your passions that you feel very strongly about seem to align with going in that direction. So I think this message of peace or hope, it's like you're looking for some encouragement that you can do it. Of course, you're welcome. So yeah, just try to be more optimistic about yourself and your journey. Baby steps, step by step, you know? Like just start kind of like finding the knowledge that you're seeking, if it's going to school or whatever your passions are about, like get learning. I can kind of relate. I'm wanting to get into game development lately. And lately I've been also thinking like, well, what if I'm not smart enough? What if I'm not good enough or creative enough to actually figure it all out? But still, I've been keeping with it with the tutorial videos that I found online. Turns out I'm still kind of good at it anyways, despite my insecurities telling me otherwise. So it's like, don't give up, you know? If you feel a passion for something, you know, you're only still in high school. You got plenty of time. Oh, you're good. Yeah. It is completely up to you. And yeah, Nine of Swords, lots of fears can show up. Yes, you absolutely do. You've got plenty of time. I think my honest advice about school, further school, is if you feel like comfortable financially able to type of a thing to pursue school, that and that you want to, by all means. But if you feel like a lot of stressors come up with it that just don't feel right for you, and yet a lot of people are pressuring you to do it, that there's no other path, that's not true. There are so many other ways of life, honestly. It's just that they're hard. Life is going to be hard and challenging no matter what. And that's not your fault. So yeah, you got plenty of time. Just get like an advice card. We get the Two of Cups reversed. And that to me tells me like, yeah, tune into what you want and not what another wants. Societal expectations. So that's the advice that comes through at the very end there. Which way are these cards facing? It's okay. I'm just going to set the intention that the right cards will come through in the right order. So yeah, I think like that's the direction to go. And yeah, very much so. Other things may end up happening. But yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. I'm glad I could do a reading with you. Right now, I don't need a therapist. Okay, let me scroll back up. What my boyfriend's thoughts and intentions are now. Let's see. And I think you asked that question last time, but I don't remember. We get this again, Pulsar. So hopefully he's communicated that he's comfortable with this journey that he's about to embark on with you, that he's stable and committed and is like wanting to do this. That's just what I get when this card comes through, like something really stable. So I hope that resonates with you, Blue Butterfly. We also get the Devil's card, which maybe might be feeling like thought twins, but we are having triplets. Yeah, they might be feeling like insecure, like worried about if they're ready, if they can do this type of a thing. But with the Pulsar card, it sounds like they're gonna ride the wave, that they're not gonna like bounce. Yes, he has said he's excited and he is a bit worried about finances. Yeah. The Queen of Pentacles reverse, maybe not feeling the most financially stable, but in terms of like wanting to be there and like live a life, like maybe you won't be able to live the most luxuriously, but you'll still be like living comfortably is the plan of what is trying to be set up, that you're trying to build together. So I think you're going to build like some stability. It may not be like the biggest space of whatever in this world, but it'll be there. And like I feel like you and your kids will be able to still have good times and appreciate what you do have. Yeah, I bet that sounds like a huge surprise. Like, wow. And then a final message with that Nine of Cups. Yeah, things will ultimately be like a dream come true. Like, I think there's going to be a lot of laughter and love. Aw, as long as we have each other. Yeah, I think there's a lot of play, like lightheartedness, that you have a lot of fun living life together, and you're going to bring that fun environment, bring your kids into a fun and like loving, happy and safe environment. And I think you're both kind of excited about that. and are being optimistic about manifesting like your dreams and your wishes. So maybe there's still that sort of the heavy energy of reality that weighs down on your partner from time to time, and things like that. Just maybe as like a regularity, like a regular thing. Um, but I think ultimately you're gonna both be able to manifest what you want and find ways to really bring in more stability. So I'm optimistic. I think that like things will come together. This is the Four of Wands. Um, yeah, that things will come together for stability and that your finances may improve. So yeah, both feel that way about having the best for our children. Perfect. Yes. I love hearing that. So yeah, I'm wishing you and your just everyone the best in your family, your life. I think it'll work out. So good. I'm glad to hear that. And I'd love to hear how everything goes. Um, Once again, congratulations, Blue Butterfly. I think Needy Banerjee is next. You're welcome, Blue Butterfly. I'm glad I could do this reading with you. So yeah, Needy Banerjee, hi, hello. And Effie, I'd love to give you a reading too, if you want one. I'll have to head out soon. I have to pick somebody up. Awesome. Okay, so will my ex Deerin and me reconcile? Will he ever express his feelings? Ah, I'm good. Thank you. I appreciate hearing that. Let's use this Radiant Rider Waite Tarot. Will my ex Jaren and me reconcile? And I'm going to just kind of flip some cards first. Communication. And most likely future. So the first part of your question, will me and my ex reconcile? Jaren. We get the Hermit, this Ace of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. I think this is like a lot of self-reflection is happening and you're both gaining a lot of clarity. And that, to me, the Five of Pentacles is like a going at it alone, but with some like support type of a card. So maybe on your soul journey, you might find that like clarity in what the connection was and the way that it's gone. And maybe it'll turn out to be for the best that this separation happened. Or this is like the clarity that's found is that you needed to go through this to work things out together. Ultimately, it's going to be kind of whatever you want. Like if you feel like you're able to talk again or anything like that, and if you really want to get things going, I feel like we hold a lot more power than we realize sometimes. because we just kind of wait on other people and think that it's totally okay, that it's totally up to the other person. But I think we hold a lot more power than that, and that if you want to make something happen, you can. And if no matter your efforts, you can't, then I am starting to take that in my life as a sign of like, I deserve better than that, and trying to meet like new energy, or to like manifest what I really want, like for things to come naturally and easily into flow. So the message for like, will you and your ex, Darren, reconcile? To me, these energies like lean towards like, again, it's still going to be up to what your realizations are. But the Five of Pentacles at the end of that realization and clarity is at least telling me like, maybe not right now. Yeah, that's so frustrating. I just read your comment. He's not comfortable expressing emotions or talking. He always expects me to put 100% and initiate everything, but he isn't willing to do that himself. So I can definitely relate to that. I'd say I'm kind of like lucky because in terms of my own relationship issues, I relate to what you said. And sometimes I'll say that just like upfront, and sometimes there is a shift and like acknowledgement and recognition. But if he can't give you that acknowledgement or recognition, or make changes to be much more fair to the situation, like it might be for the best, and you could end up meeting like someone that is a lot more fair. It's also going to be up to you, and how over it are you, and like, do you want to keep going? And it can be really hard. I'm someone where if I'm not completely 100 absolutely percent ready to like let a connection or a friendship or relationship or whatever go, I keep giving it my all, even when I'm putting in more than I should have to, that I'm putting in 100% and the other person's like not doing that at all. Like, I will keep going for benefit of the doubt because I love that person or whatever. And for a lot of connections that ends up falling apart by the end of it all, I've seen there's certain connections where sometimes they really do love you and they really put in the effort and grow, that they just need that much more patience. So up to you, just kind of weigh that out, maybe like over some reflection period, and finding clarity within yourself. You'll sort of, and giving it a little bit of time apart, see how you feel. So maybe this breakup is sort of recent. um Yeah. Or if it's not like recent, it's like you're obviously still working through it, maybe still trying to figure out what you want. And maybe you're just now kind of reaching like you're shifting towards one answer over the other or something, like Ace of Swords in this present moment. And it might be leaning towards that. You've like maybe done plenty of communicating, of like giving chances, and like that the maybe the balance is too off for you. Tired of putting in efforts all the time. Yeah. His thinking about relationships doesn't seem to be rational. I have kept going and giving him a benefit of this is, yeah. But currently communication is halted. So yeah, maybe at this time a reconciliation sounds not so likely. Sounds maybe more likely of time of separation. Then the second part of your question. There it is. Will he ever express his feelings? So we get the Ten of Cups, which is emotions, water. The Two of Wands, deciding to. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles could. It's funny because the Queen of Pentacles can kind of go either way to me. They can be like a really grown person where at this point in their life they're just open, or they can be like just so content with where they're at that they don't make any changes. So just kind of funny. The Two of Wands, like decisions on which of those. Okay, cool. Ten of Cups. I'm leaning towards that it's mostly like he's content, like pretty happy and content with like just like doing his own thing, being independent. It's sort of like a selfish outlook on relationships. Like, oh, if a relationship wants to give me things, perfect. And if not, that's fine. I can take care of myself. I'm happy. So it's a little bit of that vibe, if that resonates with like his maybe his thinking about relationships. And somehow that it's not equal give and receive, that it's just to get. I don't know. That's a bit of the vibe that I'm getting. Selfish is the right word. And then the last part over here, I flipped cards on like the most likely future of this connection, which again is only going to be one snippet, one moment. There could be plenty before and after, but this is like a most likely outcome for the future with this connection. The High Priestess, it's like a I think you already know type of a card. The Queen of Wands, that you deserve so much more. So like your self-worth is just telling you that like you pretty much just kind of like maybe you're going to leave it be and you're going to do your own thing. And the Moon card, and trust the universe that you deserve true love. You deserve genuine love, where someone respects you. I think that's another thought. Maybe Darren doesn't have a whole lot of respect for you, if that resonates. So maybe the future outcome is you having trust that you're a queen and that you deserve to be treated like one, as one, and that there's got to be like a match out there for you, a connection that when you come together, that it'll remind you of this love that you've experienced with maybe your ex, but like that there's a lot more balance to it. I think there's no such thing as a perfect relationship, that not any person out there can give you everything that you're looking for. The only one who can do that is you. You are the perfect match to yourself, of course. But you can still meet people who treat you better. So I think that's the most likely outcome. That could, of course, be like a transformed, grown Deeren, for example, just how like it could still turn out to be him. But this is just like you're gonna take your chances, is what I think. You're kind of like this future energy is gonna like sort of lining up with this like Hermit and the Ace of Swords with the Five of Pentacles, where you'll like I feel like he wants to build this dependency, make you feel like he's the only option that you've got. He's the only one who's ever going to be there for you with his minimal, absent, neglectful, perhaps, energy. When people are not expressing their emotions and giving the same energy, I consider that a form of neglect. So, is he really present? Is he really there and understanding of you and your worth and all of that? So it's like I feel like the outcome is lining up with like you're going to take your chances, knowing your worth, and maybe you're going to put yourself out there. And he might have a problem with that for whatever reason, which is kind of ironic because he's like pretty content with like not expressing his emotions right now, pretty content with like the way it is, expecting like things to just work out. I feel like if you made it happen, you could, but I wouldn't necessarily count on him to. But you could always communicate that and try to make things work if you wanted to. But since you've mentioned like he's your ex, that means you've likely gone through sort of like a breakup. So I think it's mostly kind of up to you and how you want to handle the situation. And hi, spoiled fairy and spicy and sweet. My last reading is going to be with Effie. I'd love to do more readings. Unfortunately, I do have to head out very, very soon. Yes, I am finishing up. So I hope that was a good reading for you, Niti. This time I have left it to the universe. I don't think I'll put in any more efforts till he puts any, and I trust the universe to bring me a balanced relationship. Thanks so much for the reading. Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad that was a good reading. I know it was pretty short and sweet, but I'm glad it resonated with you. Yes. Sorry. Thank you for understanding, spoiled fairy. I will be back. It's good to hear from you. If it helps, I remember you all, spicy and sweet. I remember your username as well, of course. Hi, YouTube obsessed Kim. It's another Kim. Also, I believe a Libra. Yeah, I know a lot of Kims who are like Libras or Scorpios. Hi, Alpha. I don't know if I said this, but congratulations. Late, just want to pop by and say hi. Thank you for saying hi. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, I love your energy. I hope I don't think I'm pronouncing your name right, Niti. I don't know why I want to say like Neeti, but like, yeah. Virgo Libra cusp Kim. Yes. I even remembered her birthday. I was like, it's like September 22nd or something like that. Whenever the day is. I will hopefully be back later this week. At the soonest tomorrow. Maybe at the latest like Thursday. That's what I'm hoping for. Yes. One day. I hope so. I'm in Oregon still, so I'm still over here in the US. September 22nd, 2000.
Wow.
Memory power. Yeah. But Effie, let me know what you would like your reading on. Effie is my last reading. Kim's another person I absolutely wish I could give a reading to right now. I really have to head out soon, but yeah. Good night to you both as well. Alpha. Hi, Nelly. Whoa. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm doing my very last reading right now with Effie, and I will be heading out. But thank you so much, everyone, for the likes and for participating and being here. Okay. And let's do this with the tarot, Rider-Waite tarot deck as well. What lessons are to come for the rest of February, for the rest of this month? And that's a good reading question. The Chariot, how to fill up your cup, how to replenish your energy in order to keep moving forward. How to refill gas. How to keep receiving in order to keep going. This energy of give and receive. The Two of Pentacles balancing that out. Yeah. Some lessons that where you're at now might sometimes feel like you're stuck, or like life is moving on without you, and that you're like stuck while like people are out there getting to like do all sorts of things. But this is a bit of an illusion. The lesson coming through is like you're not just doing nothing. You're getting somewhere. You are building up your coin. Your finances are coming. Your finances are growing. The Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady, but it's building up. It's a lot bigger than you think. Even the small increments are actually really big. It's incredible just seeing it happen and seeing it sort of like work and grow, like maybe your own businesses, for example, the star. So some lessons coming for the rest of the month is how to maintain hope that your physical journey is going forward, even when at times that you feel like you're having to stay still, whether it's like at a job or stay at home job or just wherever you're at in life. Slow and steady wins the race. Now, how did you know that that was literally what I was thinking? I honestly think of that quote a lot. Slow and steady wins the race. And then like the Chariot is all about that as well. It's like going your pace, and that anytime that the car is on a halt is because it needs time to relax. It needs to refill on gas. Everyone needs a break sometimes, you know? Whoa! Kim was just talking about this today, apparently. Maybe the quote, slow and steady. I'm not sure. There's always a really big delay on my live stream with the chat, so I'm not sure. But yeah. Some final. Let's do this. What is a really big theme of lessons that are to come for the rest of the month? Okay. We get nothing will come of this situation, as well as the energy is gaining momentum. That, yeah. And a fiery climax approaches with don't let pride get in your way. Fire energy. Do what makes you happy. Like that. There's like you can't force progress to happen. You can only go with the momentum. So when the energy is there, it's there. And when it's not, it's not. It's not your fault when you're not feeling motivated. It's not your fault when you're not feeling up for doing stuff. It's like your energy will be where it's at. So trying not to get pressured by the world's expectations is a lesson, a major theme coming through is what I get from these cards specifically. So yeah. So yeah, I'm just like getting like trust spirit. Like, don't force yourself to put in more work than you have to. Whoa. Is at least what I got from that. I'm just getting a little confirmation. We got the King of Cups. Yeah. Yeah, trust your feelings. So, yeah, I think a lot's building up for Pisces season. That this is a time to enjoy your life. Talking to my mom about my growth today and that I've made it far in my education, even though I started slow. Now you're reaping the rewards. That's so good to hear. Yes, we're all interconnected, it seems. Wow. Congratulations, Kim. I'm glad things are paying off for you. So yeah, it's time that I pick up my sibling. So I'm about to head out. Once again, if anyone feels up for donating, it's very much appreciated. And I'm sorry I didn't get to stay longer. I really want to do readings for everyone here, for Spoiled Fairy, for Kim, Nelly, just literally anyone. But hopefully I will be back sometime this week. And yeah, maybe around this time. So you're welcome, Effie. Yeah, I think just keep tuning into your emotions and keep just doing what you want to do instead of feeling like that you have to do stuff, which is complicated because sometimes some of the things we kind of have to do, like trying to survive, can align with what we want to do. So maybe making those two interests align could be really good. I'm glad it was a great reading. Thank you. Yay. Thanks, Kim. You too. And my special friend. Yes, this is my boyfriend, Michael. He's a Libra as well. Can you imagine? What are the odds? Aw, yes. Aw, mwah. So much love. Okay, have a good night, everybody. I agree. Yes, if you'd like to leave a positive comment after the stream below, I'd love to read them. Any topics for pick a cards and stuff. I know you've all recommended a lot to me, and I haven't gotten the chance to do them all, sadly. But I do always like hearing them, anyways. Just to hear some nice creative ideas. Don't worry, I doubt myself on names all the time. There's someone I got her name wrong so many times that now I doubt it, even though I'm like, I get it now. And her name is Marley, and she's so cool. But yeah, you were correct. His name is Michael. Yes, let YouTube know. The more we grow, the better. The support means a lot to me. I am pretty serious about trying to make this like my life. I'm getting into game development, by the way, so anyone interested, that's something I'll be doing. So if any of you ever want to see videos on that, let me know. Hi, Bianca. It's so good to hear from you. Sadly, I'm heading out. But I'll try to be back soon. I know I was gone for quite a while after my last live stream, but I'm trying to be here as much as I can. I've got some pretty big updates, and those updates are going to require me to manifest more and more abundance to really support everyone. So I'm really trying to get on here to grow as much as I can. That I should make candles? I'm down. I actually love candles. I have several around me. Here's a purple one. Here's a cool one that's like called Stress Relief. It's eucalyptus and mint. Yeah. Here's one that my sister gifted me, an abundance attraction intention candle. I loved this candle. I've used it all now, sadly. Aw, thank you, Bianca. I think we are. But yeah, keep the ideas coming. Like anything sounds great to me. I love hearing ideas. My sibling actually made some candles before, so yeah, it could be worth a try. I am going to be getting into DIYs pretty soon, but more on that later in a few months. But yeah, much love, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you're doing well too, Bianca. And I'll try to be back really soon, hopefully before the end of this week. So have a good one, everybody. Yeah, bye. Thank you for tuning in. Okay.